everybody, my name is Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking to you about my reading goals for 2025. So one of the things that I just started that I want to continue into 2025 is having a structured TBR plan. And I have 5 categories. So basically I would put 5 books on every monthly TBR. And it's kind of funny that I'm using 5 because I haven't read 5 books in a month in a really long time. Usually I read 3. That's been more my average, is reading 3 books a month. But I figure it's kind of like my queue. So I have 5 books in my queue at any given time. I think that's more how I'm thinking of it. And so the categories that I'm always going to be picking is a book on my Kindle, which probably for the foreseeable future will be a Brandon Sanderson book because I've been rereading the Stormlight Archives on my Kindle, which is just a really nice experience. Not to have a really big, bulky book in bed falling on my face. So I've been reading those on Kindle. I think I'm going to read Warbreaker on my Kindle next also. So I think pretty much I'm going to read Brandon Sanderson on my Kindle for the entire 2025 is how it's probably going to shape up. And then the other book, the second book I'm going to have on my TBR is a book of the month book. So I have been a book of the month subscriber for quite some time, and as it happens with subscription boxes, I have a backlist now that I haven't gotten to, and I do generally think the selections for book of the month have gotten better this year. At least for me, I've just found every month there's something that I'm interested in. So yeah, so now I do really have more of a backlog than I even did before this year. I will never be able to catch up. Let me clarify that. I probably won't be able to catch up on my book of the month books, but I want to always be reading one so that I am working through them and not just letting them sit. So I always have a book of the month pick every month, and then also a continuing series. So my third one is I need to be working my way through a series. I'm keeping a list of series in my reading journal so that I'm always working through something that I'm in the middle of. And then the fourth one is a book of my choice. So this I put for kind of a random choice. It could be a random book picked with a randomizer, or it could be a book that I am just excited to read for whatever reason that I'm just, in the mood to pick up. So this choice is, or this option is for mood reading / just making my TBR a little more exciting for myself, that I have sometimes something random that just ends up there. So the 5th category is a book club book, or Patreon read, or read along book, or buddy read. Basically something social, a book that I'm reading with other people also. So to have one of those in the rotation as well. So that was a long explanation of how I'm structuring my TBRs every month. And so I just started that, and so far I like how it's going, and I plan to continue that into 2025. My next goal for 2025 is to read at least 36 books. That's 3 books per month. So I actually am not going to get there this year. I am probably going to land around between like 25 and 28 books for the year 2024. And so that's actually pretty low for me. I've had the last couple years have been lower for me, and I would like to set a realistic goal, and I think 3 books a month is something I could do. I hope that I could do. So I am just going to set 36 books. I know a lot of people say that they just put their Goodreads goal to 1, and I actually changed mine to 1 later, well, because I had it set to like 50, and I knew I quickly realized I was not going to get to 50 books this year, and so I set it to 1. But I understand that sentiment, but it's just me. I want a number goal to strive towards. And for me this year, I think 36 is a realistic goal. 3 books per month. So we'll see how that goes. And then the next goal is to finish my reread of the Stormlight Archives and read Wind and Truth before the end of 2025. I had started to reread The Way of Kings at the beginning of 2024, and I didn't finish it until November of this year. So I plan to not take that long again, and if I'm reading a Stormlight Archive book, to try to move through it quicker than that. So my Storm Along 2024 is carrying over into my 2025, but I have to move faster. I want to move faster. So I'm going to see if I can finish my reread. I need to read Words of Radiance, Oathbringer, and Rhythm of War, and then Wind of Truth. Can I read all 4 next year? Maybe. We'll see. Even if I could reread the 3 big ones, that would be awesome. And then I could start 2026 by reading Wind and Truth. But I don't want it to go that long. I don't want it to go that long. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But that is a goal that's high up on my goals list. And then next, I want to just put a goal of using my reading journal, which I did this year. I'm looking at it right now. This is my reading journal, and I've only used about half of it, and so I still have the whole other half for 2025. So I'm just going to continue on in this one and not get a new one. It's still in good shape. It's cute. I've been putting little stickers in it, and it makes me happy. So I'm going to use it for a few things. Also, I learned some things that I used it for in 2024 that didn't really work for me anymore. And so I'm going to change a few things. So I'm going to use it for keeping track of my monthly reads and wrap-ups and things like that. I'm going to use it to keep track of books that I acquire every month. And so when I go to do a book haul, I'm not trying to think about the books that I got in the past few months, and then I get confused of what I've acquired and what I haven't acquired in that span of time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I want to write it down. So I want to keep track of books. Every time I get a new book, I want to write it down so that I can do a book haul video for you, because I get new books. I get books kind of all the time. I don't buy a ton of books at once, but I do get a book here and there throughout the months. And so I haven't been consistent of keeping track of every time a book comes into my possession. So I would like to get better at that. And then also keeping track of series, which I talked about. I'll probably make a new spreadsheet, paper spreadsheet. No, it's not an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to make a new clean series list. I have one in here that I've been checking off. But I kind of ran out of room on it. So I've started some series also this year that I want to put in here. So I got to clean that up, make a new page for that. And then also I want to keep track of BookTube video ideas and my schedule. I am trying to stay to a schedule now on BookTube, which I haven't tried to do in a long time. And so I'm trying to post once a week every Friday. And so I want to track that and have a plan and plan video ideas in here also. And then, I guess that's it. So that's all I'm going to use this for. Something I'm not going to do anymore is I'm not going to write down book reviews in here, because I found that I just could not keep up with that. And it became kind of like a chore also, because sometimes I just didn't want to write out a review for a book. I did make it about through July, and I'll just give you an example. I just put my thoughts on the book, and then where it is in the lineup. So this is book 6, book 7 of the year, and then I would write some thoughts and then attempt to make the page look pretty. I'm definitely not a very good aesthetic person. This is just very basic, but I was trying. I will never do a reading journal flip through because it's kind of just like me writing lists. So I'm not like good at making it pretty. I did buy these stickers and I would just put stickers throughout, but that's like the extent of my bullet journaling skills. So yeah, I'm never gonna do like a pretty, like, oh, flip through my reading journal and then get ideas of how beautiful my journal looks. Like, that's not my journal. It's very functional, very a functional journal. But anyways, I'm not going to keep book reviews anymore in here because I found I just wasn't keeping on track with it and I was getting tired of doing it. So not going to do it anymore. It's not bringing me joy, as Marie Kondo would say. So we're going to get rid of it. And then another thing I want to try to do is a goal that I had at the beginning of 2024, and that was to write book reviews on Instagram. And every time I finish a book, actually put a review on Instagram. So that's kind of funny now after saying I didn't like writing book reviews out, because literally doing this on Instagram is writing it out. But I don't know, it makes sense in my head. For some reason I want to do it on Instagram, but doing it here was exhausting to me. I don't know. Don't ask about logic because there is no logic here. So yeah, I want to keep you all apprised to whenever I finish a book, I want to post about it in a post on Instagram. Yeah, we'll see. Again, don't know if I'm going to stick with that, but we'll make it a goal. So these next two goals are a little bit more about the channel, and I usually don't really do channel goals, but I figured I would add a couple. So one of them is to reach 2,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm going to level with you for a minute. My channel has stopped growing. It hasn't grown in a really long time. It's pretty much stayed the same for the past year. And that is my fault. It's my fault because I haven't been posting regularly. So I'm trying to start posting again regularly. And so maybe the algorithm will hold me in favor. Probably not. But I just figured, you know what, I would love to get to 2,000 and maybe we can do that. It's so weird making that a goal because I also don't, if it doesn't happen, I don't really care. But it would just be nice, I guess. So I don't know why I'm setting this goal, but I am. So I will see if I can get to 2,000 subscribers. I don't even know how to attain that goal other than to just post, right? How else do you attain a goal like that? I don't know, but we're going to see if posting regularly, I can start to grow my channel again. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But share and subscribe, I guess. Next up, actually this is the last thing. I'm going to do weekly uploads on Fridays. So I already talked about that. So is this a goal that we need to talk about? No, it's not. We already discussed this. I guess that's it. Those are my goals for 2025. I guess it was both reading goals and channel goals. So I would love to know if you've thought about your reading goals for 2025. It's a little early, I know. And so I know some people have their goals all laid out and some people are like, I'm just trying to survive through December. Stop pressuring me. And I'm also kind of like that, but this year I was just excited to look on and think about 2025. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for watching today, and be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I hope you have a great reading year in 2025. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.